got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. Bro Talk Live, we're always in the Marcus main man, Jason, in the director's seat as usual. Thanks for tuning in on another Tuesday night with the crew, with the bros. Let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Dexter stuck in here. Super excited to be here. Guys, look, so a couple weeks ago, Eric and I made a deal, and we bet on the Diddy case. I said he's not going to get any time. Eric said he's going to get some time. Eric was right. I was wrong. So the deal was I would eat some of the ramen noodles that people eat in those little packets. And I'm going to do it, but next week, because earlier today we were talking in our chat or whatever, and Jason was talking about a certain fast food restaurant.
I'm not blame nobody for your misdealings.
Jason was talking about a certain fast food restaurant, which I have not eaten in forever for good reason. And he was talking about how good it was, and he started challenging my black card because I don't eat there. And I'm like,
I didn't challenge your black card.
He said I cannot.
Crazy. We don't reveal. We're revealing text message conversations now.
We don't have to do that. I just wanted to just say what you said.
Okay.
Long story short, I went to the restaurant today and I got the food because I'm not a punk. So I went to the restaurant today and I got the food just because, like, hey, like I'm gonna eat it. And guys, you can't tell because I feel like I look good, but I am sick as a dog right now. I was throwing up and stuff. Like I feel terrible. So I promise you, I'm gonna eat the noodles next week. Okay. It's a chicken flavored one too, by the way. It's an orange.
And we don't know if what I told you to do has any bearing on your.
No, it does. It does.
We don't. How do we know
this
that?
Is why if you put yourselves on like a diet and you've been eating cucumbers and tomatoes,
but
and
we know that's not what you've been doing.
That you create, if you do those kind of things on a regular basis and you don't get sick and you feel fresh as a daisy, and you do what Jason tells you to eat and you feel like you're about to fall apart, it's his fault.
Well, we know you haven't been doing the former.
I have been eating cucumbers. I'm gonna send you some pictures. I've been eating cucumbers and lettuce wraps and stuff like that. I'm trying to get skinny.
The Mediterranean stuff. Okay.
Yes, that's what I've been eating. Salmon every day.
Eric, it's fall time. It's cold out here in these streets.
Yeah, it's cold out here in these streets, bro. Real cold.
How are you? Can you eat Wingstop without throwing up?
You're supposed to sit in place.
Well, I will admit this. I haven't had Wingstop in quite a while, but I don't think I don't know.
I think I like Wingstop. So if they want to sponsor the show, you have a fan of me.
Don't send me no packages though, because I won't be doing
it. I hate you so much. Ty is not going to be joining us tonight, so it's just going to be the triad here. I like that. Same show. Last week was fun with us three, so we'll see how it goes again this week. Pray for us and pray for Dex to get through today. And that excuse was lame because I really still want to make him do it. But
it's crazy. I said it as like I should take a picture of this, and when he says that I'm not telling the truth, I should send him the picture of my toilet. I really should have done that.
No,
yeah,
no, that's no.
Yeah,
so unnecessary.
Politics as usual.
All right, guys. I'll say girls. All right, guys. Attorney General Pam Bondi faced a blistering round of questioning today on Capitol Hill over whether she's turned the Justice Department into a political weapon, protecting Donald Trump while targeting his critics, something evidenced by this Truth Social post that Trump posted a couple of weeks ago, which said, literally, Pam, I have reviewed over 30 statements and posts saying that essentially same old story as last time, all talk, no action. Nothing's being done. What about Comey, Adam Shifty Schiff, and Letitia? I mean, kind of evidence that of the former. But today, during a tense Senate hearing, Bondi sparred with Democrats who accused her of shielding Trump allies and stonewalling investigations from the Jeffrey Epstein probe to alleged bribery by Trump boarder czar Tom Homan that we've talked about on the show, and even U.S. military strikes in Venezuela, of course, over their oil. Here is, her defense, as she said, was that she was restoring fairness to a justice system she says was politicized long before she got there. But things got heated when Congressman Adam Shifty Schiff pressed her about a secret Department of Justice recording and her refusal to turn it over to the committee.
You were asked by my colleague from Vermont whether you will support providing a video or audio tape, if it exists, of Mr. Homan taking $50,000 in bribe money from the FBI. Will you support a request by this committee to provide that tape or tapes to the committee? Yes or no?
Senator Schiff, you can talk to Director Patel about that.
Well, I'm talking to you about it. You're the Attorney General. This will be your decision. Will you support?
You don't have to tell me what is my decision and what is not my decision. I said you can talk to Director Patel.
You don't have to try to.
You think you've got a gotcha with Tom Homan, our border czar, who's been out there fighting for our country since Donald Trump took office.
I'm trying to ask you a question. Regular order, please. And you don't have to defer to the FBI director to pass the buck. So I'm asking you, will you support a request so that the committee, or indeed, I believe the American people should be able to see that video or audio tape? Will you support that request?
Will you apologize to Donald Trump for trying to impeach him?
I guess the answer is you won't support that request.
After you now know that Joe Biden tried to cover up Hunter Biden's involvement with Ukraine.
Jesus. Dex. He's a nasty one, ain't he?
Hey,
So the answer is no. Like he asked a very simple question.
Did we get an answer though? Because that tone carried throughout the hearing. Bondi refused to answer questions on nearly every major investigation she was asked about, something that Schiff decided to chronicle in the middle of her hearing.
You were asked whether you consulted with career ethics lawyers, as you promised you would do during your nomination hearing, when you approved the president receiving a $400 million gift from the Qataris. You refused to answer that question. You were asked who or what role you may have played, or who played the role in asking that Trump's name be flagged in any of the Epstein documents gathered by the FBI. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether Homan kept the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether Homan paid taxes on the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question. You were asked, did career prosecutors find insufficient evidence to charge James Comey? You refused to answer that question. You were asked, how are military strikes on these boats in the Caribbean legal? And you refused to even answer that question. You were asked, excuse me. You were asked, did you discuss indicting James Comey with the president? You refused to answer that question. You were asked, did you approve the firing of antitrust lawyers who disagreed with the Hewlett-Packard merger? You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether you support a restoration fund for violent insurrections to attack the Capitol on January 6th. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether you were firing career professionals, career prosecutors, just because they worked on January 6th investigations. You refused to answer that question. You were asked by my California colleague whether you believe government officials, like immigration officials, have to abide by court orders. You wouldn't even answer that question. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing.
I mean, yeah.
wow. Cool.
And here was one of the more notable deflections where she actually went speechless when she was asked a question point blank by another senator. And it's funny, the senator's name is Senator Whitehouse, which is hilarious to me.
Let me ask you something else. There's been public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Do you know if the FBI found those photographs in their search of Jeffrey Epstein's safe or premises or otherwise? Have you seen any such thing?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump left and right, when you're the one who was taking money from one of Epstein's closest confidants, I believe, I could be wrong, correct me, Reid Hoffman, who was with Jeffrey Epstein on multiple occasions. And the senator sitting right next to you tried to block the flight logs from being released. Yet you're grilling me on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein? Come on.
The question is, did the FBI find those photographs that have been discussed publicly by a witness who claimed Jeffrey Epstein showed them to him? You don't know anything about that. Okay.
I mean,
Man.
no words whatsoever.
The face she made is the face I made the entire time she was like being.
Yeah.
Like, I'm befuddled.
The one thing that you have to give the Trump administration, they are the masters of deflection, brother.
She had them talking points ready, didn't she?
Right, didn't she? They are the masters of deflection. They are the masters of that.
So I guess the question is Pam Bondi protecting Donald Trump or just protecting her job? And if her job is to protect him, how good of a job do you think she really did today by not answering anything?
It's odd because I think she did a terrible job just by looking at what I'm looking at. Like you didn't answer any questions. Like you were very defensive and like you didn't accomplish anything. However, like you didn't say anything wrong either. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like one of those things where it's just like, I guess like she did okay, but like we didn't get anything out of this. Like I feel like there should have been some conversation and it wasn't. But at the same time, you didn't incriminate yourself or him. So I guess we got to say you did good.
According to the Trump administration, she did a great job. She did a great job. She didn't answer no questions. She didn't answer anything wrong. She didn't have to plead the fifth. Nothing. She just did a great job of not answering anything. So it was a win-win for her today.
She had the whole chain of command in her favor in this respect, right? Because she could always say, "Oh, it's the FBI director," or saying it's not me, it's the FBI, and they're like, "Well, you're over the FBI." Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, "Well, I don't know."
Within this administration, though, she could really pass the buck to anybody, and you kind of be like, you're kind of like, well, I guess, yeah, sure, you could answer this question, but yeah, there is another person that's incriminated in this. But I think there's some questions like, did he pay taxes on the money? Can you show us that he received? Like, did this happen or did this not happen?
Yeah, because if they pay taxes on the money, he's going to have to admit that he has the money, right? So
the first question was, is there a video or audio that exists of him taking this bribe money?
Right.
Yes or no?
Right.
I don't understand how we didn't get a yes or no out of that.
Yeah, she went right back to attacking. You're going to attack them. She talks about you're in a border state. How dare you? Like,
it just doesn't make any sense to me. And we're as the American people who are seeing this stuff, we're supposed to be okay with this.
She did answer the question. She just changed the subject. She was just like, I'm just gonna straight up change the subject. That's my answer. We're gonna talk about something different. Something totally different.
She's a piece of work.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Speaking of pieces of work, on his Straight Shooter podcast, Stephen A. Smith called out Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a favorite of the show, fan favorite, a friend of the show. Dex, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, saw you. Okay. Coming back up. You over there battling. He over there battling, y'all.
Yo, leave my best friend alone, man. Dex is over there struggling today.
Stephen A. called out Jasmine Crockett, saying that her fiery attacks on Donald Trump and his MAGA movement aren't helping her district. He questioned whether she's doing the work, quote unquote, or just making noise, which is rich coming from Stephen A. Smith.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated.
Isn't that great? He's accusing her of doing what the Attorney General just did. She ain't answering shit. She ain't answering no questions. So if you're gonna get on her, you need to start with the Attorney General and the Trump administration also. That's basically what he's saying. That she ain't answering no questions. And she's just making a whole bunch of noise. That's what the Trump administration doing. They ain't answering nobody's questions. They ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing different than what the members of the Trump administration are doing. Every time they speak, they don't answer the questions. They deflect and they just make a whole bunch of noise. So what is she doing different? So what is she doing different than the Trump administration?
I think it's very odd to say that she's not doing any work because you vocally see her saying negative things about the president, calling him out on like what he's not doing and what she is seeing that is happening. I think that is crazy to just assume that she's not doing anything for criminal justice reform, that she's not doing anything for state legislation, that she's not doing anything for civil rights or LGBTQIA community. To say that she's not doing any of these things, which she is, like you can go up and down her timeline and she's retweeting and tweeting about the things that she and her office is doing. To say that she's not doing anything because she's critical of the president is asinine to me. And I think it's kind of one of those things where like Stephen A does this thing where he tries to ride that line a little bit. And it's just like, oh, I'm not saying I'm for Donald Trump or nothing like that. I'm just saying like she's not doing anything. But like, what are the other ones doing that aren't criticizing him, that's not saying anything about him at all? Are you going up and down their timeline to see what they are or are not talking about? Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense that he would do that, but it makes perfect sense that he would do that. Like, this is very intentional for him doing that.
Yeah,
but let me say this, Dex. Stephen A. Smith has been turning down black people for years. Jason can attest to that. He tears down black folk for years. He will ride a black person for years before he will say something about a white person. It's sad to say that. This ain't nothing new from Stephen A. Smith. He does this all the time.
It's just odd that he would lend his voice to doing this in like today's political climate. I think it's very bizarre that he would. It's not bizarre because we know why he's doing it. Like, he wants to get a piece of that political pie. Like, he said it out loud a couple times. But it's just very. It's interesting that his timing that he would do this. But I get what you're saying too.
So what I'll say though is, like, do you think there is like an ethical issue with someone like Stephen A. Smith who has this wide reach, you know, from his perch? And, you know, he's not speaking on behalf of ESPN, quote unquote. This is his podcast, his show on Sirius XM or whatever. That's separate. But, you know, at the end of the day, he does have that clout and that gravitas. And for him to attack someone because of their criticism for the president, it just seems disingenuous, especially when his whole shtick is to debate people and to call people out and to do all this stuff. Like, what are you doing, Stephen A. Smith? Like,
she does exactly what you do, but in her lane. Like, she literally does what you do, but in her own lane.
But I don't even think she does. Like, she actually had people vote for her. Like, Stephen A. Smith, that's an action. You know what I'm saying? Like, watching a TV show, I guess that's an action too. But, you know, getting someone to vote, to go to the ballot box and vote for you, and you win a congressional seat, like, that means something.
I won't disagree with it. I'm not disagreeing with it.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
She's not Stephen A. Smith. Like, she's a little more accomplished in that respect.
Well,
you know?
But I was saying, like, Stephen A. Smith uses his voice. Like, he utilizes his voice to get his point across. And, like, that is what she does as well. Like, she utilizes her voice. I mean, obviously, there's other things she does as well. But, like, the main thing that we know her for is utilizing her voice. And he's criticizing her for utilizing her voice. Like, when you talk about LeBron James, like, nobody says, well, I guess people do say it. But when you talk about LeBron James, people don't say to you, all you do is talk about LeBron James. Has anything been done? Nobody does that really to you like that, like the way you're doing that to her. Like you're saying that she can't criticize someone or express an opinion on something, but you do it every day.
He's just very critical of black folk, to me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He's just real. He's very easily to jump on the back of a black person real quick and tear them down before he'll tear down someone of a different race. That's all I'm saying. Like it just seems like that. It's just like he will tear down a black person real easily and very quickly. Very quickly, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. It's just now it's not just sports. It's just now he's jumping into the political arena. You know. But
all right. Do you think he's speaking though for some people? Like, is there a demographic that he might actually be speaking for that this could resonate with? Like people who think that, continuing this whole, I don't know what you want to call it, but like a arms race to the bottom, a race to the bottom of people hating each other, this hate race. Is that not helping things? Should we try to kind of, I guess, respectfully disagree and just go along to get along?
Sure, yeah. I think there's a segment of the population who they feel that way. They feel like we should not be critical of the president publicly, especially if you hold a public office. Like you should not do that. I don't necessarily agree with it, but like I can understand how a person could feel that way. But to say that a person is not doing anything because they are critical, I disagree with.
But is she wrong for what she's criticizing the president for? She has valid points of what she's criticizing the president for.
Yeah, but Stephen A. saying like, well, if you want to support your constituents, you should be trying to get as much as you can out of the president. And how can you get anything out of the president if he doesn't want to work with you because you're criticizing him? That's kind of his argument.
He don't want to work. He don't want to work with anybody from the other side of the room. So it ain't like
her being nice doesn't change anything.
Right. Her being nice to him and like he's going to work with her. He don't work. Well, he don't work with anybody from the other side of the aisle. So.
And also, like nobody is going to put a pacifier in a 76-year-old man's mouth. Like we're not doing that.
Right.
I mean, they're just criticizing for the wrong that he's doing. It's not like they're making stuff up. He's publicly coming out and doing this stuff. It's not like that she's making stuff up on him. She's just bringing light to some of the stuff that he's doing wrong. That's all.
All right, and that's that on that. Time to move to the scoop. X, I lied. Sorry.
I can't breathe. Will anyone fight for me?
Always forget how to cut that thing off. Don't get excited, Dex. This is actually a sad one, a serious one. Tonight, we take a closer look at a case that's sparking difficult questions about truth, accountability, especially when they involve young black men. The story of Kyren Lacy, a 24-year-old LSU wide receiver and NFL hopeful, who was charged in a fatal car crash last December and then found dead by suicide just months later in April. Police say that Lacy's reckless driving, passing several cars at high speed, triggered a collision that killed 78-year-old Herman Hall, a Marine veteran. But his attorney, Lacy's attorney, Matt Ory, says that the evidence for all of this tells a very different story. According to the attorney, the data is clear. We know from the data that Kyren Lacy did, in fact, pass 4 cars. There's no disputing that, end quote. He said also that he was back in his lane of travel, 92 yards behind Mr. Hall at the time of impact. He's 72 yards behind him. And he's 72 yards behind him at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. And that's not how the story was ever painted, end quote. The new surveillance footage and crash analysis back that up, showing Lacy's green Dodge Charger, pictured here, arriving after the crash not causing it. Here is some video.
According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop.
So that was the surveillance video. The lawyer went further, citing data from other vehicles involved. One car, referred to as Vehicle 2, was reportedly tailgating the truck that struck the person who died's car, traveling nearly 50 miles per hour, just a half second behind it, and only 1.5 seconds before impact. Then there's the body cam footage. In this body cam footage, a man who was in that truck tells an officer that the other driver, the one in Vehicle 2, caused the crash. But according to the lawyer, that officer can be heard trying to redirect the witness, telling him to focus on Lacy in his written statement. Here is what happened with the body cam footage.
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger?
I'm down 18 wheel right there, sir.
Okay, so you saw it?
I saw it.
What did you see happen?
He went to pass him. I say he went to pass me cars back there. He was back there around the curve. Around the curve. All right.
Yeah. Which way was the Charger going? The Charger.
No, Charger going this way.
Charger's going this way. Okay.
She was coming this way.
Okay.
They was going this way also. Mr. jammed on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when she came on.
I was about to gas
hit him, on the left side. She come over and hit him. The Charger, he swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes, and by this time, Mr. he slips through, right?
Okay.
As he slips through, she's coming. She like to ram the back of the gold truck. That's what I'm saying.
She almost hit the back of Mr.
Yeah, Mr.
Was Mr. truck hit?
No. He was missed.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you're listening to what he's saying, it's very clear that that's not what happened in the video. So I don't know what that story accounted to. You know, despite even all of that, though, the district attorney's report ended up finding that Lacy likely did not cause the crash. But the Louisiana State Police continue to defend their investigation, even today after the video has come out showing it. Their statement reads, quote, "Mr. Lacy's reckless driving while approaching oncoming traffic led to the events of the crash," end quote. That phrase, "led to the events," is where the controversy lies. But I guess this ends up, Lacy's gone now. What happens when the evidence, though, doesn't match the story, but the story is still trying to stick anyway? Kyren didn't see that question answered. 2 days before his grand jury was set to review his case, he died by suicide after a police pursuit in Houston. His attorney says that the weight of that public judgment of being cast as guilty before he even had a chance to speak became too heavy for him. So this case isn't just about one crash or one mistake. It's about a young man who lost his life kind of over a false story. So now we're still asking, if Kyren Lacy didn't cause that crash, what does justice look like for him? And what does it say about, the police and the media that kind of helped create all of this tragedy that kind of ensued in the first place? Like, someone did give a testimony, you saw it there on the camera, but, it seemed like it was rushed, especially when you already had the video about what happened. And why do you continue, now that you have the video, to act like the story still fits your narrative? I don't get it.
I think now the reason, like, it's weird because I don't even know what to say in this situation. And I'm glad you proposed that question because I actually can't answer that question. I think that they now continue to perpetuate this story because if not, like, you have to be held accountable. Like, he's cleared, like Lacy's cleared. And also he's not here anymore. but you are. And like, we're looking at this situation, like now there has to be an investigation on you and like the police department. And I think that if they continue down this path, then there's no need to investigate them, because like, look, we're trying to figure out what happened, but like in reality, we see it, and the investigation needs to be turned to you.
Eric, what were your thoughts when you heard about the this video coming out in the Kyren Lacy situation?
Yeah, it was very unfortunate that they accused this young man of causing an accident that he clearly didn't cause, and it caused him so much stress that he took his life. That's the most unfortunate thing about it, that this guy was under so much pressure that he felt as though taking his life was better than staying in trial, because he was convicted before he could even speak or have his day in court. You know, clearly, if he would have just held on, I don't know what that brother was going through, but I wish he would have just held on and had his day in court. He would have clearly been cleared of all wrongdoing. You know,
maybe
they're quick to judge us and find us guilty, but they're slowing their apologies. You know, the state.
So,
of
do you
Louisiana,
think there was some racism in this case, where if he was, you know, another race, that this would not have kind of blown up as fast as it did?
I mean, I really don't know. I mean,
because we think about, what was that guy from Philly who did the same thing? Jalen Carter. He did a similar thing, right? In the car where he was speeding and he got into an accident and someone died or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that, so I'm not too sure. I know the guy that plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, Rasheed Rice. He was in a similar, like a real bad car accident, stuff like that.
To be honest with you, I feel like with this situation, it's hard to say that it is racist, but hard to say that it's not. But like anytime I do like research on it and I look things up, like the comments on it, it makes it very difficult to be like, okay, this is totally race related.
So it's so like a forced blame. It's like, you know, you did it. No, you did it. No, he did it. No, he did it. Like,
and then when you look at the social media comments, and I'm not saying that social media comments like define the situation, but when you see how some of these people respond to this situation, it's like, oh, there's definitely some like racism behind that. Even after seeing this video, you're still saying that he's guilty. Then people were saying like, well, he didn't take his life because of this situation. There was another situation with a gun. And it's just like, to me, when a person takes their life, I really don't get into speculation about why they did it. Like, I don't think that that's important. At the end of the day, like, this case was happening regardless of any other situation that he may have been dealing with. This happened, and this is going to weigh heavy on you. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, innocent, guilty or not, this is going to weigh heavy on you being accused of something like this. So when I see some of those comments, I'm just like, yeah, maybe the situation is not racist, but you definitely are.
All right. Now I do have stuff to say, but you guys deserve it.
We're back, Dex. We're back.
We are back. This is probably like officially the final time of DMZ. The Diddy case, 50 years. 50 months. 50 months, which
50 years. What the hell did I miss?
Right. All right. What did I miss too? Right.
Look, my bad. 50 months. Diddy got 50 months in jail. I want to start with your initial thoughts when you said he was going to get time. You knew he was going to get time. I don't think either one of us thought he would get the 10 to 11 years that they were proposing, but like you did say he would get time and not a time served situation. You called it. What was your thoughts when you heard the verdict?
I mean, I knew he was going to get time because they kept denying the man bail. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was at least going to get between 4 to 5 years in jail, because the way they were denying him bail and not hearing anything and just weren't trying to hear anything that he was trying to do to get out of jail. I knew they were going to give him time, man. I knew he was going to give him. They were going to give him time just for the simple fact that they couldn't bring up they couldn't convict him on a domestic violence thing, so they were going to throw the book at him
I don't understand why we didn't just make this. I know you wouldn't get a bunch of time in jail, but why didn't we just make this a domestic violence case? Like that literally is what it is.
Because the statute of limitation was over. They couldn't.
But that's why they had that Mann Act. Like the Mann Act is why Cassie was able to put this out there in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, he got convicted for tricking. You know, that's sad though.
I will say though, when I was reading the statements from his children, like his daughters, I'm like, oh, this is really sad that the girls are going through this. But like when his son spoke, Christian, I think it was Christian spoke. He said, like, I look just like my dad. I do all the same things that he does. I'm like, you are not helping the case at all. Like,
Yeah,
I want you to stop talking.
Yeah, they were. He definitely didn't say he acts just like his dad. His dad is his role. All of them say that their dad is their role model and all this. Like, hold on, buddy, your dad got a real dark side. So I don't know what you're talking about. He's your role model.
Did you not hear that you were there at the trial?
Right.
Like you heard what everybody was saying. Like, don't you think that you should probably get a new role model at this point? And then also, I wanted to text everybody and be like, guys, I changed my mind. Diddy's going to jail when they said he has speaking engagement booked in Miami, and I'm like what? Like,
yeah, that was kind of crazy. Like, there's no way that they should have made that public that he had a speaking engagement next week of any kind.
Because that's like saying you're walking out of this court. Right. You're going to be free today. And it's like,
yeah. I do have a question though. So he did also get hit with that $500,000 fine, which is, I guess, the max that he could have been penalized by the court as well. And the judge made it a point to say that while he could have given Diddy a lighter sentence, he thought that the high end, that 10 to 20 year that we talked about last year, was a little too harsh. He didn't think that was appropriate. So he did try to make an example. So that's why he gave him, the 50 months on top of that. So it is what it is.
It was crazy though. He did. And then the crazy part about it, though, he was trying to say he really didn't care nothing about it because he didn't mandate in his sentence that he goes for treatment, anything of that nature. He just wanted him to sit in jail. He didn't mandate any kind of
2028. That's the year.
What I'm saying to you, he didn't mandate him to do any kind of treatment, any kind of rehab or anything. He just wanted the man to sit in jail.
Yeah, he did.
He just wanted to prove a point to him.
But to be honest, sometimes though, I think that's enough. Like sometimes with celebrities and public figures, when they're like, "Oh, we want you to do a mandated court appointed like therapy session, this, that, and the third," and like this is a celebrity, so you get behind, you get with these people, whatever. They just signing out the paper. They do it with regular people, so I know if it's Diddy, like they're just signing the papers, whatever. Sometimes sitting in jail is what you need, and I think it's great for him to sit in jail.
He might not actually be sitting in jail for long because just days after sentencing, reports say that Diddy's legal team asked that he be placed in a low security federal prison in New Jersey. And that does offer drug treatment programs for him. But apparently he's also reached out to President Trump to ask for a pardon. And that's something that Trump actually admitted to.
I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
but he's not mandated to go, so he doesn't have to go.
Right,
what I'm saying? He's not mandated to do any kind of rehab, any kind of drug treatment, anything. He could just take his 4 years to the door and be done with it. But he has 5 years of probation after he gets out of jail, though. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that justice was served, and how would you feel though if he got pardoned by Trump?
That was my question. That's what I was about to say. I'm not answering it. I want you to answer.
You're not answering it.
I'm not going to say it.
I, of course, wouldn't feel right if he got pardoned. Like he needs to do those 4 years.
I mean, how would I feel if he got pardoned by Trump? I would feel like he paid his way out, just like Like it wouldn't be no different than him pardoning the Christies. They were stealing people's money. It wouldn't be no different than him pardoning. No,
Diddy has publicly criticized Trump in the past.
But also like Diddy is in there for I know what
Diddy's in there for a different reason.
Yeah, but the reasonings are not comparable.
Yeah, no.
Diddy is in there for tricking. He's not in there for domestic violence of any nature. He didn't get convicted of domestic violence. He got convicted of transporting prostitution prostitutes
them
from sex
Chrisleys
workers from
didn't
state to
get
state.
convicted for that.
They got convicted for stealing
But
people's
the
money.
Grizzlies, the Chrisleys got put away for stealing money. And granted, that's not what Diddy was on trial for. But I can give you a closet full of artists that can say Diddy stole money from them too. That's
true.
a real trial he should be on.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, we're just going to stick to the facts of what he got convicted for. If he really went on trial, if he really went on trial for domestic violence, he would have been put under the jail. But he wasn't on trial for domestic violence. He was on trial for other stuff.
We
But I
wish him
just
the
want to
best.
say
We'll
that.
see him in 2028.
Yeah, I just want to say this for the last time. Astro Glide.
We are not giving out any sponsorships.
No.
All right, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are at it again. This time it's beyond bars, beyond subliminals, and honestly beyond what a lot of fans want to see at this point. I think I'm done. Everyone else, y'all done? I'm done. Within hours of Cardi dropping her new album, I Am the Drama. Am I the Drama? It's a question mark. What started as playful shade turned into a digital war, insults, families dragged, and even their kids getting caught in the crossfire. It began when Nicki reportedly mocked Cardi's album price, tweeting $4.99. Just nasty. Then flipping Cardi's lyrics from a song she has, I think it's called Mayhem or something, and to a diss post. A B C D E F G rap like Barney, still ugly. Childish. Cardi fired back with her own shots, even referencing Nicki's brother's criminal case. Cardi saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, your man had to snatch P, Z. PZ tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12-year-olds.
That's how I know Cardi don't want her.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
But it got much nastier than that, though. This is
Much nastier. There, things spiraled. Nicki took it to another level, taunting Cardi's pregnancy and even calling her daughter ugly. Cardi clapped back with claims about Nicki's drug use, called her son developmentally challenged, and suddenly, which used to be a hip hop competition, became very, very personal. The exchanges got so personal that even 50 Cent stepped in, posted on Instagram, I hope the girls stop fighting before things escalate. I read some of the stuff they're saying to each other, and it's not going to end well. He decided,
you know it's bad when 50 Cent was trying to be the mediator.
He still tagged his cognac. I love how he never forgets to tag his cognac.
It is bad when 50 Cent is the mediator, boy. He's the king of trouble.
By the week's end, both Nicki and Cardi offered what you could call apologies. Here they are. Nicki says, "Dear culture, truth is, I did all of this for a bigger purpose, and one day you'll understand. You're a cute child. Lots of kids have cute little funny looking gums before they grow into all of their features. One day you'll see this, so I have to say I apologize. As a child of God and queen of my community who look to me for integrity, you are an innocent child and don't deserve any of this. One day your mother, aunt, and many more will be brought to their knees for what they have said and tried to do to my young prophet / beautiful boy. Take care, my darling. This isn't who I am." Cardi decided to respond to Nicki Minaj's son, who she called developmentally challenged, and said, "Dear Papa Perk," come on, like seriously. "I'm sorry that your mommy haven't cut you a birthday cake for the past 3 days because she can't take my success or happiness. One day you're going to grow up, and I hope you understand when a girl says no, it means no, and you can overcome the pedophilia blood you inherited from your grandfather, father, and uncle. Please don't hate me when you grow up because your mommy rather give me more attention than she gives you. Hopefully when someone that really cares about her puts her in rehab and gets her the help she needs, she can come out and read you a book." Jesus. Oh my God.
To me, if I'm Nicki Minaj, that would have started it all over again. No.
At this point, it feels like no one's winning. So I guess the question is, where do we go from here? Like, I feel like there's no going back. There's no reconciling to be made. What happens now?
We just got beef forever. I mean, it's just beef forever. It's just like Ja Rule and 50 Cent. There's no reconcile, it's just beef forever.
Yeah,
You know, if you call my son nonverbal and he playing with spoons on his birthday, it's just beef forever.
Yeah,
And
I just
Nicki
kids.
has posted videos now, or I guess fans have posted videos of the child speaking, and Nicki's kind of used that to.
The videos I saw, the child.
Okay, you don't have to dwell. I'm just letting you know what's out there. Where she's.
Well,
if
I
she-
didn't see that. I saw Nicki was speaking, and she was saying that the child was speaking to her, but I didn't hear no child.
Okay.
We in the age of AI and voiceover, so
We don't know. We don't know.
know.
She's very litigious right now, so we don't.
But
want
to be
to
honest with you, though, I, regardless of like any issues with my child or non-issues with my child, I would never speak negatively about anybody's child.
It's crazy the way they were talking about her, about their children.
I think that is so terrible to me, and I think it's just one of those things where it's just like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't post your children on social media because you do what you want to do, but like y'all gave each other the ammo that y'all need. You have people that are beefing with you, and literally they only know what your child looks like because you post them.
And then not only that though, like you have the fans of these people who are pouring gasoline on every single post that the other person tweets, right? So if Cardi's posted something completely unrelated, that thing will end up in Nicki Minaj's inbox if it has any sort of relevance to anything that's going on in Nicki Minaj's life.
Yeah.
So it might have, Cardi might have posted it on purpose. She might have posted it. You posted it for something completely different. The world will never know because you know what happens every post Cardi makes.
Yep.
They're going to be scanning it to see if there's anything there that's shady towards Nicki Minaj. And if it is, it's going to end up in front of Nicki Minaj's face, whether she asked for it or not. So there's, it's a product of the fans. Like that's the problem.
It is, and then they also know that the two of y'all are willing to respond to it too. And this is, I read this thing, and I'll be quick with this. I read this thing recently about Taylor Swift's new album. They were saying that she has not grown up, so her album is very childish. The lyrics are childish, and she's a 35-year-old woman. I think that's what the issue is with Nicki Minaj too. Like Nicki Minaj's career and her lyrics don't match who she is as a woman. You're a 40-year-old mother, married mother. Like your lyrics shouldn't be about you beefing with other women. Like that shouldn't be your life as a 40-year-old woman. But it is because like you're not allowing yourself to be the age that you are in your art.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, but I'm a little bit on Cardi B's side with this one. Yo, you pour gas on the fire when you brought my child to play, and then you also know that your child, God forbid, has
we don't know this,
problem.
but
I mean, I'm allegedly. We're just gonna say allegedly. Allegedly, you know, your child has developmental problems and stuff. And when you start speaking on people's children, calling their children ugly and everything, you totally cross the line and go into a whole nother realm of beefing. You know, it's cool if we beefing back with each other. We gonna keep it on wax. We don't like each other. That's cool. We gonna call each other out our names and all of this, that, and the third. But when you start talking about people's children, that's just totally just like crossing the line. And Nicki got what she got. You know what I'm saying? Nicki got what she got.
Cardi also talked about Nicki's brother, husband, and father too. Like you brought family in it too.
Yeah, that's different from children, bro. We talking about grown ass people.
Don't talk about my dad and my brother or my spouse.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, but they grown though. But you talking about people's children, calling their children ugly or whatever. Hey, your brother's a convicted pedophile. I mean, it ain't nothing like, hey, it's on case law. You can go look on case search to see that. But it ain't like, you know what I mean? That's different than talking about somebody's child, in my opinion.
All right. All right, that's the scoop. For more clips from the scoop, hit us up on TikTok if you missed any of this stuff from today. We got to move to Q&A.
I got a question.
All right, guys, this is a part of the show where you ask us a question, we give you an answer. Hence the name Q&A. This one is labeled Mafia, Mics, and Misunderstandings. All right. So I was at my cousin's kid's birthday party last weekend Normal family thing, nothing wild. At one point, I was in the kitchen with another cousin, just us two, talking about how nice their house is. And I might have joked, dang, this place is huge. You think they sell drugs or something? Total throwaway comment. I wasn't being serious. A few days later, I get this long text from my cousin, the homeowner, saying she's deeply disappointed that her own family would gossip about her and her husband's success. She then adds, just so you know, we are not in a cartel. But here's the part that freaked me out. She somehow heard what I said, like word for word. The only people in that room were me and my other cousin, and we weren't talking loudly. So I'm wondering, do they have cameras or mics inside the house? Because there's literally no other way she could have known. She ended the message saying they will still have family. She ended the message saying they will still have family events in the future, but we're no longer invited since we chose to gossip under their roof. Now, do I apologize, even though it was just a stupid joke? Ask her straight up if they're spying on people, pretend I have no idea what she's talking about, or just move on and never step foot in the house again? What would you do? You deserve this. Like you did this, and you know you did.
How you gonna say she deserves it?
Because I hate people. I hate when people you did something wrong. You know that you did, regardless of if it was a throwaway comment or not.
Jokey joke.
Yeah, sure. Ha, 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 funny. You made this joke at somebody else's expense. They call you out on it and then give you the consequences.
Why you know about it? That's what I want to know.
And now you're throwing other gas on the fire. Like, don't worry about how I know about it. It doesn't matter if there was mics all up and down the house. At the end of the day, you said it. I don't want you here no more.
Wow. So okay. So what would you do if you're them?
I mean, they brought it on. They brought that on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't be talking. Don't be talking no shit in my house about my house if you don't gotta be here.
I ain't talking to you.
They are talking to me because they're in my house.
And there's no mics in the house. You want to know how they know? The message that you got was a single text. It was not a group text. They know because the person that you were talking to went back and told them. That's how they know.
You think the cousin snitched on them?
Watch the pictures. I bet you. When the next time they have an event at their house, which is not gonna be Thanksgiving, when they have that event for Thanksgiving, your cousin's gonna be there. You won't, but your cousin's gonna be there because they
cousin gonna get invited, but you not. That's terrible.
Because that's why she said word for word. Yeah, word for word. Because that's what I'm saying.
But I have a right to have cameras in my house. I have cameras in my house. I review my cameras just to see, make sure y'all don't steal nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You be listening to conversations? That's crazy.
Hey, I have a right to review cameras in my own home. So that's right. I have footage. If I was the cousin, I would have sent her the footage back with the clip of her, and then when she was talking trash. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what you said?
Yeah, this is exactly what you said. Ain't no denying it. I heard you. No, hey, that's
so
what
you don't
it
think
is. What it is.
Deny it and try to call her bluff.
Deny it.
No, I mean she said in the comment they said that they told her word for word what she said.
Did you know what she said?
Hey man, it was like Dex said, it was either the cousin that ratted her out or she reviewed the tape. She reviewed the footage.
How do you talk trash about somebody in their house and be like, how they know I said that? You're bold.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't answer. I probably just wouldn't go to their house again. That's awkward. Like, what do you say? Sorry. My bad.
What you mean not go? What you mean you're not going? Just not gonna go back? You're not invited back. So it ain't like
you want to.
You can't come back.
I apologize and say my bad. I was just joking. I'll try to clarify and say, it was just a little jokey joke.
I feel like you can't even say that because after a person is offended by something, you'd be like, "Oh, it was just a joke." It's like, well, it's not funny. So like,
right.
Where do we go from here? We don't go nowhere from here.
Right.
So you think they're out no matter what? So don't even
go to somebody's house that's nice and be like, they must be in the mafia. I wish somebody would do. I would be so offended.
Like everybody else.
I would not be offended if someone said that about my nice house. If I had a nice house, I wouldn't care.
You have a nice job too. I work. Like, what are you talking about?
It's funny that you think that I have so much money that I'm in the mafia. Like that's hilarious.
It's not funny.
Yeah. They don't feel it right now because it's not holiday season. Like when everybody's at cousin Brenda's house and you at home stuck eating Spam for Thanksgiving, you're gonna be real mad. You're gonna be real mad.
You wish you was in the mafia.
Yeah, you're gonna be real mad then. You know what I'm saying?
Loser.
When you home eating out of a can for Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're gonna be real upset with everybody else at the crib. I would be petty. I would send her pictures of the holidays too, with everybody else from the family there, but you.
Was the cousin there that told?
Look,
Yeah.
send the audio from those cameras that you got hanging around.
With cousin Gunner.
Yeah, cousin Gunner, you said.
Yep.
This was Q&A. This is an excellent one too. Q&A. If you guys have questions, please send them over www.brotalklive.com/questions. Jason.
Send it.
Record and let you feel me.
Go ahead, Eric. It's on a timer. I'm sorry, you can't really step in.
Oh no, I was saying tell him to send the footage. You know what I'm saying?
Send the footage.
Send the footage to us? Yeah, I want to see it.
We want to see it.
All right, the clips tonight. The category for clips is cleared. Oh, can we do the Soul Slash on air? Is that gonna get us banned?
No,
ain't no telling these days. Yeah. Oh, also, can I put a disclaimer out real quick, guys? I talk to Jason every single day. Every day. We talk all the time, right? In like a group chat and stuff, right? You guys always send me clips and be like, send this to Jason. I'm like afraid to do that. Like I'll do it once in a while, but I'm actually like scared to send stuff like that. So like that's why I don't be telling me to send them stuff. If I see something that I think is very funny, I like be like, okay, I'll send this.
I can't even remember if I put Eric's clip. Eric did send me a funny clip, but I don't know if it fit the
I send clips all the time.
I'm like, I don't want to tell nobody how to do their job. I'm scared. And like literally once a week, somebody will send me something, be like, send this to Jason. I'd be like, no.
Oh, I meant to put yours in, Eric, but I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right, that's cool. It could be a bonus.
We're gonna do a part 2 because I got enough to do a second one for this category. And this category today is cleared. Okay, so these are people who get cleared out the way of whatever's going on. Okay. First up, we got. She's crazy.
Damaged. My car is damaged.
Where?
Right here. If you want to see, you can come over.
Shit!
Why are you hitting my car, lady?
Because it's not damaged. You bitch! Would you tell her to get away from me? She's crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you this. She cleared it.
You just
she put that thing back in space into like where it's supposed to go,
right.
and then walked over and jumped on that man thing.
Right.
Like, I'm here for it. That was good.
What was that?
She just banged that dent out of the car, out of the bumper, and she was like, "Ain't no damage."
B. They called her B on the way over there.
Damaged.
My car is damaged.
Where?
Right here. If you want to see, you can come over.
Shit!
Why are you hitting my car, lady?
Because it's not damaged. You bitch! Would you tell her to get away from me? She's crazy.
Yo, why is she calling her B?
Like, because don't piss me off. You could have banged this thing in the air yourself. The fact that the way she was hitting it and you saw it when it popped back in place, like, get the hell out of my face.
Man, I'd have told her and him, get the fuck away from my car, man. Until the police come. Get away from my car until the police come.
Oh my God. I'm with that lady. I'm with her. She banged that thing back in and went about her business.
She banged that dent. She banged that dent right out. And was like, ain't nothing wrong with your car.
I mean, she probably run into people's cars often. Like, you know how to do that. It's like, this is a thing for you.
All right. Next up, we have Fix My Sandwich. A woman's in Subway and got into an argument with the lady behind the counter, and the lady just shut it off.
Call her. But finish my sandwich.
No, I don't finish because you need to respect me.
Well, you need to respect your customers. And I will tell them you don't respect your customers. Would you finish my sandwich?
A cold cut trio. A cold cut trio.
Finish my sandwich. All right, you're going to be reported. That's for sure. your supervisor right now. Please call her right now. You wanted to call her a while ago. Call her now. I'd like to talk to her. What kind of sauce?
Toasted. Toasted, no cheese. Toasted.
I'm sorry, what?
What kind of sauce?
Ham. I have 3 orders actually. I'm sorry.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Like that lady wasn't even there.
Right.
She said,
That's how you do.
the way she said it, finish
That's
my
how you-
sandwich.
But that's
And then my favorite part is when she was like, forget it, I'm
That's-
out
but
of here. It clicked to her like, no, I'm gonna get what I want. Call your supervisor.
Call your supervisor now.
But that's how you do it though. You just totally ignore them and keep it moving. Like, yo, we're not gonna serve you. Just keep it moving.
That works for
You just
them. That
moved
don't
on.
work for me because if you ignore me, I'm gonna flip everything up. Like now we
go flip over. You behind the meat,
and then you go to the gym. What
Well,
you gonna flip? What you gonna flip over the chips?
like everything on the
Exactly.
account, I'm gonna flip it up. Don't ignore me. Like I'm a middle child. Do not
She
ignore
gonna
me.
tip over. She start flipping stuff. She gonna fall right over.
Yeah, you go flip over the chips. Yeah.
Tables
She
and
gonna
everything
on
in
that
there.
floor.
Like I'm gonna tear this store up.
Yanking on
Man,
that
you going to
microwave. She better go
you
home
go- you going to-
and fix her sandwich in the kitchen. Call it
you
a
going
day.
to jail.
Don't ignore me. Like that. Ooh, that would piss me off. Actually, I
That
love
was so nasty. She said, "Because you're gonna respect me. You're gonna respect your customers." That was the last word she said.
Hey, don't listen to you no more.
Yeah, she moved on to the next lady. She like,
Yeah,
you
how
want
can
your
I help
sandwich
you?
toasted?
She said, "Cold cut trio."
Yeah, she like cold cut trio. She like,
And
would you
then
like your
the other lady
sandwich?
was like, when the other lady's
You
like,
want your sandwich toasted?
She said, "Yeah, toasted."
You want your sandwich toasted?
when the other lady was like, "Oh, I have 3 orders," I would have started an argument with her too because I'm not going to make no 3 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't finna make 3 of them.
All right, next up we have Smiley.
Fucking worried about how I'm parked? You should be worried about putting some goddamn shoes on your feet, not eating those big ass fucking king size goddamn Reese's. You got on the Powerhouse gym shirt, but it don't look like you're doing nothing that got to do with goddamn Powerhouse. And you fucking coming over here knocking on my window. Look at that fucking smile on the back of your head, fat ass neck.
Oh man, that is funny. That was funny.
And it was bad when she pulled up and the man looked like the Big Show. Like, what's going on here?
With the Reese's in his hand. Like, why was he doubling up? Double fisting king size Reese's of all things.
Well, you know.
That's 8 Reese's cups.
Well,
Yo, she checked him from head to toe, didn't she?
Fucking worried about how I'm parked? You should be worried about putting some goddamn shoes on your feet, not eating those big ass fucking king size goddamn Reese's. You got on the Powerhouse gym shirt, but it don't look like you're doing nothing that got to do with goddamn Powerhouse. And you fucking coming over here knocking on my window. Look at that fucking smile on the back of your head, fat ass neck.
You know what? It was bad from the beginning because she was going from bottom up and reading them down.
Yeah.
Why would you turn around?
Because that Powerhouse comment it struck her.
But you knew what's going on back there. Why would you turn around?
It hit him hard. He knew he couldn't fool with her, so he had to get going.
Yeah. He just knew he couldn't verbally go back with her, so he just.
I would have backed into the back of that car. You would not see the back of my neck while you're going off on me like that.
You gonna turn? You gonna go forward and sneak into the car?
I'm gonna just stuff myself in that car like I'm gonna stuff them Reese's in my mouth. You are not seeing the back of my head looking like that. Nope.
He verbally had nothing to say, so he just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cut my losses and get in my car and go.
Get in my car and go about my
How many of
business.
them Reese's you think made it home?
Yeah, he ate them Reese's in the car.
Or because you know why people do that because they want to put 4 in the freezer.
I was saying that freezer. I was just about to say how many made it to the freezer.
I know. I used to do
He was he thought about his whole life. He thought about his whole life riding home. He just ate them Reese's riding home.
He was pissed.
He was
Yeah,
stressed.
he was
He was
high.
stressed eating.
He
You
was
know what else
stressed.
he would do? I bet you he went to the gym.
What happened was he ate the Reese's before he got home, and he stopped again and got 4 more before he went in the house. Before he went in the house, because he was that. Yeah, because he was that upset. He ate them 4 in the car on his way. He got another 4 and went in the house. Man, he was hurt. and she was recording them as she was reading them to you. He was upset.
Code CL for cleared. Next up, last but not least, we have who the F did your hair? I didn't think so. Just enjoy. This is my favorite, personal favorite of the week.
Who the fuck did your hair?
Huh? Are you talking to me?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so.
I'm on the phone.
She said, "I didn't think so. You wasn't gonna do nothing."
Yes, she was.
Yes, she was.
Auntie said, "Oh, that's what I thought. I thought so." Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You wasn't gonna do nothing.
Yeah. Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
You see how she turned around?
Who the fuck did your hair?
Huh? Are you talking to me?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so.
I'm on the phone.
The was nasty.
Yeah,
I didn't think so. You did think so. That's why you stopped. And you wasn't gonna do nothing.
No.
Yeah, I know you changed your tune. I bet you was on the phone.
Well, she would.
Let me tell you something, Dex. She made that comment, and when that lady turned around, she saw that crazy in her eye. She was like, "Oh no, I ain't messing with that." She saw that crazy in her face. She was like, "Oh no, I ain't saying. Nah, I'm on the phone." She played that up real quick. She ain't want none of that.
You think she put her head?
She ain't want none of that.
You see, not only did she put her head down, you know what? You're right. I'm wrong because you know what else she did? She put the phone down. She was scared.
She ain't want none of that. She did not. I'm telling you, trust me. She did not want none of that smoke. She called. Yeah. She called. She when she first got behind that lady, she saw her, so she called her best friend and pressed record on her phone and was making fun of her and said, "Look, girl, look at this girl with this lady with this crazy head. I'm gonna show you." And then when she said that, made that comment, and that lady turned around and she saw that crazy in her eye, she was like, "Oh no, I don't want none of that."
Mother's back was straight. She wasn't having no fool.
Who the fuck did your hair?
Huh? Are you talking to me?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so.
I'm on the phone.
She ain't want none of that.
You can take it straight to arm swaying.
She ain't want none of that smoke. She ain't want none of that smoke.
Okay, that's got my vote. I don't know what's got you guys' vote, but that one's got mine. Smiley's also a good. They're all good. I mean, Fix My Sandwich was good.
No,
the crazy one who was banging the dent out the car.
Yeah, it's the dent for me. That's the one.
All right, so
I like Reese. I think we all gonna pick something different because I like Reese cups.
Okay,
she read my man from.
Have a vote off next week when Ty gets back.
Okay.
Or you can hit us up in the comments. Y'all been quiet in the comments tonight. But yeah, she's crazy, Smiley, or I didn't think so.
She's crazy.
All right, we'll see what wins. Do we have a BS report or no? I'm sorry, Dexter does it or no?
I have a quick one. Yeah, I can tell you, it's a quick one.
Okay.
And here we go.
Dexter does it, yeah, you know I'm the man. Trying out the flavors, sticking with the plan. Wanna take you on a journey, show you how it's done. Dexter's in the house, let's have some fun.
All right, guys, Dexter does it. The next time I do this, I'm going to tell you the top 5 things that new parents should be purchasing for their kids. These things are
the next time you do this, you're going to be eating.
You're going to be oodles and noodles. That's right. That pack of ramen.
Anyway, mandatory 5 items that you should be having for your kids. I'm going to let you guys know what they are. But this week, I'm going to give you a very quick and simple one. It's the holiday season, so people are almost the holiday season. So people are trying to drop a couple pounds.
Get you some peppermint oodles and noodles for the holiday season.
They sell those?
No, but we're gonna make it for you.
Oh, I was going to say, like, when I just real quick with the oodles and noodles though, like when I went in there, I understood what they meant with the flavors now, and what they're like different colors, packaging, and I was like. This is kind of fascinating to me. Like, how just different. Because if you go to somewhere, you'd be like, "Oh, give me the orange pack," and that's like a chicken. And I think there's like a reddish looking one. I think it was
red.
beef.
Was that beef?
That's that beef. Yeah.
And then I saw.
We ain't worrying about all of that. We ain't worrying about all that, Dex. We just want to see you eat them.
Okay, let me just tell you. So that's that, guys. If you are trying to shed some pounds for the holidays pre-holidays, one of the things that people really like to eat is eggs. People love an egg, and I've been eating eggs like every day now, right? But sometimes I boil the eggs to make tuna fish with them. I learned that over the weekend to peel an egg so easily, and it works like perfectly. So, right, you boil the egg regular, like how you normally do it, and then you make a bath of ice water. Y'all have regular ice, so this is not an issue for y'all. I had Chick-fil-A ice, so I was kind of annoyed having to do this, but it works. You put the ice inside of a bowl, and then you put the egg inside of the ice bath, give it like a minute or two, and when you crack that egg and you peel it off, like a perfect peel. Like you don't have to like go try to peel like the shell off the egg. Like you literally just crack it, peel it, and it comes right off easily.
Are you giving your eggs an ice bath moving forward?
That.
Okay, well, once you boil some eggs and then you show me how you peel it up, I guarantee you my method is better.
You're gonna waste all that ice just to get.
I'm telling you, you don't do it right. When you peel your eggs, you be having like shells. You have shells still on your egg. You don't do it right. Give the egg an ice bath.
First of all, I don't like my house to be smelling like no boo-boo, so I don't be eating no hard-boiled eggs.
It doesn't smell like it. It's not like anything. Well, first of all, I have what do they call them? Infants. I have an infant at home. I have an infant at home. Smells like that.
Yeah, a person with no feet.
But Dex, like I don't mean to talk about your family or anything, but like these are like some of the common things that our grandmother taught us as kids.
So you knew this already?
Yeah, we just use cold water, bro.
Yeah,
you just put them in.
You're supposed to do an ice bath.
We don't need no ice bath. You run it under that cold water and put it in the cold water for 2 to 3 minutes. For 2 to 3 minutes.
He's lying. You did not do that.
Bruh, this is like the same thing you had with the wooden spoon and the boiling water over. Like, bruh,
I can tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not wasting no ice.
Right.
On no eggs.
Right. You don't pay for your ice. I actually pay for my ice. So like my ice is
it's stupid. It's way stupider.
Y'all
don't. I'm telling you. So when y'all boil eggs, you run it under cold water.
No, you put it. You get a little bowl of cold water, and then you put the little eggs in there.
And put the eggs in the cold water.
And then you peel it. You peel the shell off of it.
You go a little tap.
But see, mine you just crack it and pull.
Dex, our grandma would have smacked you in the back of your head for using her good ice. But you just trying to get some shells off of eggs, bro.
Oh my god. I know y'all don't do no cooking. That's why I can't even give. But the people
no, you can tell you don't do no cooking. You got to Google shit how to get the shells off of eggs.
What you be doing with the eggs afterwards? After you get them out, do you eat it whole? Do you swallow it whole? Like what you be doing? You be chopping it up?
I cut it into half, and then I'll eat it.
You don't put nothing on it?
No.
Hey, Eric, listen to this shit. Eric,
what do you put on the egg?
Good
Lord.
Hold on, Jason. The question we need to ask Dex is, Dex, do you have an egg slicer? You probably have an egg slicer.
Do you not have an egg slicer? You should cut the egg.
You probably have an egg slicer.
Why? What would you put on top of an egg?
I can put a little salt and pepper on it.
Well, then that defeats the purpose. I don't do that. I definitely don't do that. No, I don't put no salt and pepper.
Personally, I don't eat no straight up boiled egg. Like that's crazy. Egg like that ain't no boiled egg.
I eat that for like breakfast. I eat a boiled egg. Actually, 2 boiled eggs. 2 boiled eggs and a grapefruit and a kombucha and a gallon of water.
A kombucha? What's that?
It's a good probiotic drink.
It's like it's got like vinegar in it. It tastes a little sour, but it's got a little fizz in it. It tastes like flavored apple cider vinegar.
Well, that's what it is. Flavored apple cider vinegar.
It's not at all good. It's good for you, but I'm sure Dex is in balancing it off with anything but Wendy's and Wingstop.
I
told you that's how with grapefruits and eggs.
Hey Jason, as our grandmother would say, you trying to get them bowels moving, ain't you, boy?
Yeah, he's trying to get.
You know, I've been drinking pomegranate juice and beet juice. Like I'm about to be healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, your grocery bills.
You trying to get them bowels moving.
When you go to the grocery store and you do I just went to Wingstop today. It was $20. It was like $18 or whatever from Wingstop, which I do think was a little high, but like People be like,
chicken parts,
huh?
And you got chicken strips.
Chicken strips, yeah. People be like, oh, you should cook your own food instead of going out. If I go to the grocery store, that bill be $60. If I go to Wingstop, it'd be $18. I mean, granted, it's not a good result at the end of the night, but but it's way less money. So eating out is much better than cooking your own food.
No, hot take.
I recommend eating out forever and not cooking your own stuff, because that is.
But you going to the store, coming home from the grocery store with beet juice and boiled eggs. That's crazy.
And salmon.
I eat salmon every day. Every day I eat salmon. Except today I ate Wingstop.
At least you don't got to spend no money on no spices. That's good. Congratulations.
Hey Dex, are your eggs cage free?
They're organic eggs.
Oh, damn.
But they're only organic eggs because I wanted like a 6-pack of them, and I didn't want like no 24-pack of eggs. And the only ones they have in the 6-pack is the organic ones.
Well, why you want the 6-pack? You said you'd be throwing 2 eggs a day.
Ooh, not throwing.
How much is
That's
6
going
eggs
on
cost?
Wednesday. Like, what you only getting 6 for?
Right. How many do 6 eggs? How much is 6 eggs? 6-pack of organic eggs cost?
I don't know prices of things. I'm like when I go to the grocery store, I really don't be like, oh, let me look at the price of it, because you're gonna get what you're gonna get. So just put it in the thing, and when you get to the cash register, but I didn't know it's so expensive, and just go about your day. That's what I do. It's like gas. You're gonna get the gas anyway, so just put the gas in your car, and when they tell you that it's $50, you be like, oh, I didn't know it's so expensive.
No, we don't do that.
No, you gotta go in there with a plan. I'm gonna spend 40 this week, and then if I could stretch it to Friday, then I'll spend another 23.
Well, I don't do it like that, bro.
Wait, you do what?
I said I don't do it like that, man.
You put it in 40 in there, and then on Friday you check to see how much you got to make it till about next Wednesday, and then you can put another 23 in there till next Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't do it like Jason either. I either go to BJ's or Costco's or Sam's, and just fill my truck up and just keep it moving.
Because I wish I would be going to the gas station 3-4 times a week. Being like, let me put 25 cents in today.
Like $20. like in my truck, $20 ain't gonna do nothing for me in my truck. So $20 ain't gonna help me.
No, I like getting gas right at the start of my pay period because I want to know how much gas I use every week exactly. So
that's actually not a bad idea.
That's not gonna help. That ain't gonna help me. I just fill it up when needed.
Yeah, I feel you. Checks his cash over there.
You get the gas, you get the groceries, you realize you just can't afford nothing else. That's just how life goes these days. So
I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Putting $30 in my truck ain't gonna do nothing for me. I'm just gonna be pissed off because the time when I'm gonna be running late for work, that's when I'll be like, damn, I gotta stop.
Because you don't be using that Eco Boost.
No.
Well, my car don't got that. So.
My truck don't got no. My truck don't got no Eco Boost.
Dex, you still in that 2011?
2012. It's either 2012 or 2013, but it's one of those to be. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's still going.
Still running strong.
I know that's right. You could be in your oil change every 4,000 miles, huh?
Yeah, you got to.
That's how you keep your car going.
You got 6 digits on your odometer, huh?
Shouldn't that be 7 at this point?
Damn, you got 1 million miles.
Damn, you got 1 million miles.
Because I got the car, like I literally drove the car.
Toyota Honda.
It's a Nissan. I drove the car off the lot. It had 8 miles on it when I drove it, and I've had that car since I think it was 2012. I've had that car since 2012.
But y'all don't be traveling enough, and you don't be going nowhere.
But remember, I used to live in New Jersey and went to Philadelphia. But I don't use that car to travel. I'm scared to use that car to travel.
Yeah, like you don't be going down like on vacation with it or nothing like that.
I don't know if it'll make it. Like, I'm afraid to.
It'll make it if you've been riding since 2012 and you're 25. You good.
All right. Congratulations, Dex, in your car for getting it this far. The BS report, the Dexter does was completely useless, but we look forward to next week when you'll be eating the noodles.
Wait, real quick with the noodles though, because on the thing it says put it in the microwave.
No,
I wouldn't do that.
We would not recommend microwave Dex.
Yeah. I would though, if you do have, since you have time, go to the store, get some like scallions or some chives and dress it up all nice, so that we can see what it's supposed to look like from the package. You know, try to recreate the package with the package.
There's like a thing in there. I think that stuff comes with it.
The season,
No,
the
so
season pack.
that's the seasoning pack. But I want you to go and spruce it up a little bit with some fresh chives or some green onions or something like that.
Wow,
I'm not doing that.
He
But
really,
okay.
he really wants you to make some ramen. You can put.
I want you to recreate. Try to recreate the package. Let's see how good you can do.
Hey Dex, you can cut some of your eggs up and put in there.
Exactly. Since you're not putting no seasoning on them anyway.
Right.
I'm not putting that seasoning pack in this either, though. I know that season.
Yes, you are. No, you gotta put the
seasoning pack in.
Put the seasoning pack.
You gotta put the seasoning pack.
You not want to taste those noodles without a seasoning pack.
Right.
Believe me.
You are definitely.
Do not.
You need to research jail videos on how to make oodles and noodles.
Yeah. Actually,
on TikTok
we'll talk about this off air, but I actually have a specialty way to make mine. But yeah, you definitely will need the seasoning pack.
Yeah, you definitely will, Dex. You do not want to not have the seasoning
next
pack.
week, guys. I got you.
Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X at Bro Talk Live. Check us out and subscribe wherever you are at right now. We really, 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 really appreciate you guys watching. And we hope that you guys will come back again next week. For Dex, for Ty, for Eric, for Bill, this has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. Peace out. Have a